moving on. Raphael says, I've been approached by a company that has a service like Uber, but for moving services. They offer service nationwide in my country and want help with their SEO. I've nailed the SEO part with their site, but is there a local SEO strategy you would use? For example, moving services in X city? Yeah, I mean, that's with lead generation, by far the vast majority of leads are going to be generated through the Google Maps pack. At least that's my experience. I deal almost exclusively with home service contract. Now it's just tree service contractors, but over my SEO career, I've dealt mostly with various types of home service contractors. I've dealt in other industries too, but most of my experience in SEO and local SEO and lead generation is with contractors, home service contractors, which, by the way, that is not a specialization. You're not niching down when you go to just home service contractors, because that's still very, very broad. For many years, I convinced myself that I had niched down when I had not, because I said, "Oh, I only work with home service contractors, so I'm kind of a niche agent." No, bullshit. That's not true. When I finally went to just do a tree service SEO, that's when I became a true niche agency. But what I'm saying is, in the home contracting or home services industries, like from throughout my career, and all the data that I've and the leads that I've generated, about 70% of them came through the Maps pack. Even when I was running ads, and I'm running ads now, by the way, because I'm trying to get better at it. I think it's important for us to do so as local marketers to also include ads, at least now, currently. I think that's important. Google keeps pushing non-paid results further and further down the page. So I think we should also be doing paid ads. So I'm trying to get better at that. But what I'm saying is, when I was running ads, ranking in Maps and organically, we could track the leads all day long, and 70% of the leads come through Maps, the Maps 3 pack, so the non-paid Maps packs. And now I haven't tested with this, but there's paid insertions in the Maps pack now. Those might perform very well. I don't know, because I just started testing with Google Ads again, search ads recently. So, and I've not set up location extensions. I'm still trying to just dial in the regular search ads for now. But what I'm saying is, again, even what's really interesting is this proved out across multiple different home service industries. Whenever I did this testing, is that I would get only about 10% of the leads would come through Google Ads. None of my clients ever did any of the Google guaranteed ads, just so you know. So apparently, by the way, there was a blog post on the Near Media blog, which is it's a good newsletter to be subscribed to. Just today, about how there's a lot of scamming going on with those Google guaranteed ads, like a lot of scamming, like criminal organizations are actually scamming Florida and other places, those Google guaranteed ads. Like it's a pretty interesting article. So Google's dropped the ball completely. Those are supposed to be vetted providers, and they're apparently not vetting appropriately, and there's a lot of scamming and stuff going on there. But anyway, what I was saying was, from just regular search ads, and then also being ranked in Maps, and then organically, in the cases where all three of those were occurring at the same time, I could track the leads, and it's almost like the same kind of data across every type of home service campaign. About 10% would come through ads, about 70% would come through Maps, and only about 20% through organic listings, so non-paid listings below Maps. And I saw that again across a few different industries that I ran ads in. So to get back to the original question, what I recommend for something like this is, certainly, if you can secure Google business profiles to get moving services in various cities, by all means do it, because you're going to generate far more leads that way than you would from just ads, or from just ads and or organic. Is that clear? But the problem is, and again, I don't know if you're talking about another country or whatever, but in the United States, and now in some of the other countries too, it's becoming a hell of a lot harder to secure and verify Google business profiles. So I don't even want to try. I was just having a chat with one of my colleagues earlier today who said, recently he's been able to secure a couple hundred Google business profiles. And I just said, I just recently got 3, and I don't want to buy or try to get any more, because I'm putting effort into the 3 that I just got, and I can't stand putting time, effort, and resources, including money, into something that at any moment, within a blink of an eye, can be taken from me. And that happens with Google business profiles. If they're not attached to real, valid, verifiable businesses, then at any moment, just like that, it can be wiped out. And that's all the effort and time and money and everything that you put into that, gone in a blink of an eye. And I hate building my business that way. That's why I don't like doing turn and burn strategies and all that kind of stuff. I got to stop doing launch jacking affiliate stuff because again, that's a very short life cycle. You spend a lot of work and effort, resources building assets for a very short launch window when they launch a product, and then all that works obsolete for the most part, unless it becomes an evergreen product. So anyway, long story short is I don't have the what do they call it, risk tolerance to go through having right now 200 new Google business profiles, because I could just imagine the amount of time and effort and money that I would dump into trying to start optimizing all those. And then again, just like that, it could be gone. And so that's why I started developing what I call the DHA program, guys, which will be launching next month, because that is about building organic assets that, yes, they only, as I just talked to you, as I just was answering this question, I just talking about how organic assets only produced about 20% of the results when I was tracking all of that across various home service type industries. Now it's probably less. I don't know. I've not done any examination on that recently. I'm sure there are surveys and tests out there that I could probably prove that data out, but it because the non-paid results keep getting pushed further and further down, it might be even less than 20% come through organic assets. But the whole point of the DHA program is to build organic assets that you can rank and then use that to point to when you're prospecting and pitching your SEO services to contractors or companies, business owners in the area that you've got ranked organic assets for. Because, and then you use that to show that you know how to get results for their business, their industry in their area. And then you back into doing Google Business SEO on their profile, because that's a real valid business that's verifiable and can be re-verified if needed, because it's tied to a real business. Because now understand, yes, we can't generate nearly as much revenue from organic assets as we could if we had a bunch of our own lead gen Google business profiles. But we have organic assets that are ours. And as long as we don't get our domain suspended, which is kind of hard to do right now, right? As long as we don't get our domain suspended, those are our organic assets that aren't going to be taken from us. So we can use those as a foot in the door strategy and a selling, uses kind of a sales collateral, so to speak, to sell traditional retainer-based SEO services to companies that have real valid Google business profiles, so that now we don't have to worry about wasting time and resources or investing time and resources into an asset that can be taken from us in a blink of an eye. Does that make sense? So hopefully you understand, the guys. I'm not saying that you can't go out and still build a huge business doing lead gen with Google business profiles, spam to Google business profiles. You absolutely can. But are you willing to risk your business on that when Google can take it from you at any moment? I'm not. And I don't want our members, I don't want to teach that. I don't want to teach people to build a business on, sandy ground. I want to teach people to build a business on bedrock, something solid that they have, that's got longevity, that they don't have to worry about and lose sleep at night over whether they're going to wake up tomorrow to have their entire business gone. Right? I don't want that. I fucking hate that. So that's precisely what I'm trying to teach others with the directory hybrid agency model, is to use your own build your own assets, right? Build your brand, and then use those as a foot in the door strategy, sales collateral, whatever, in order to prove that that you can get results for your chosen industry in their area, so that when you're talking to them, you can point to it. Like, hey, look, I'm outranking you, and I don't even have a Google business presence in your area. So if we marry this, combine what my assets with your Google business profile, we can start generating a lot of leads for your business. Are you interested? If not, that's fine. I'm talking to your competitor next. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the whole point there, guys. If you want to build a business on Google business profiles that are spammed profiles, feel free to do so. Just understand there's a lot of risk there, and I'm not willing to tolerate that risk. So, but it's a great strategy. It's just, it's a bit shaky right now is what I'm saying. So.